أحسنوا الحسنى وزيادة ولا يرهق وجوههم قتر ولا ذلة.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear viewers, welcome to our series of errors and corrections from Al-Huda TV. Our ultimate goal of this show is to clear some errors Muslim may fall into. In this episode, we're going to cover also some errors many Muslim or some of them fall into concerning food and drink. In Islam, we're not supposed to eat with the left hand. And some Muslims actually fall into this error. Even if you are hand-lifted, even if you are left-handed, when you are actually left-handed, then try to avoid, even if you can write with your left hand, you can drive with your left hand, you can do, but when it comes to food and drink, you should really adapt yourself to drink with your right hand, because this is also, some people, even they are not left-handed. He's normal, he's using his right, but sometimes he forget, and he just use the drink with the left hand, eat with the left hand, and this is actually one of the major error people fall into. Then you should avoid it. The correct thing to do is to use your right hand, unless there is necessity. No. Also, you're not supposed in Islam, to plow in them, even if the food is hot. If the food is hot or the soup is hot, you should not plow in the food. You should wait until it get cool by itself. Also, in Islam, you're not supposed to eat. One of the major errors many people feel, maybe fall into it, is when he eat while he's actually lying on his bed, his abdomen. When he's lying on his abdomen and he put the food in front of him and he eat while. This is actually one of the major errors. The correct way is you sit on the floor and you take the food in your hand or put it in front of you and then use a spoon or your hand, but don't eat while you are lying down in your abdomen or actually on your back, unless you're sick, unless you cannot sit. The ill or the sick person has, different issue, and this is actually, he has some waivers Allah gave him, not only in food, actually even salah. So the one who really is sick, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even during salah, he can pray while he's sitting. If he cannot sit, he can lie down. If he cannot even perform salah, while at least with his finger or with his eyelashes, subhanallah. Allah gave permission for the ill and the sick is a different issue. Also, one of the errors that people fall into, when you eat dates, it is not permissible to take 2 dates and put it together. You should eat one by one. Don't mix 2 dates with together. Unless this is the only 2. It is already mixed before. If it's already mixed before, so you should not really put 2 dates together. It's better to eat one by one. I also, our Islam teaches that you should not really, when you are sitting with other brothers eating, you should not extend your hand and take the food from front of them. Just eat from the one next to you. It is not really, this is one of the major errors some Muslims fall into. When he's eating with other brothers, together, he just, maybe he see a piece of meat or he sees anything, then he go and extend his hand and take it. He take this from front of his brother, and this is of course not a good manner in Islam. Actually, just eat from the area close to you. This is actually the technique, actually of Islamic teaching. Don't eat so from the middle of the food. Always eat actually also from the one next to you, because some people also he extend his hand in the middle of the plate, and also this is not actually Islamic manners. The Islamic manners that you eat from the one next to you. Also, sometime when we eat, maybe the food fall down on the floor. Because many people, they take it and throw away. The sunnah, that you take this bite, the one fall down on the floor, take it and just clean it. Many people fall into this error. After the bite, or this piece of food fall down, a piece of sandwich or anything, and he said, no, okay, I just throw it away in the garbage. No, the sunnah actually, and the correct thing to do is to clean it, as Rasulullah ﷺ taught us, and then you just clean it, because Rasulullah ﷺ said, when a bite of your food fall into the floor, take it and clean it, because if you leave it, the shaitan will eat it. Don't leave it for shaitan. Take it yourself. This is actually one of the things that we should not fall into in this error. Also, don't ever eat. One of the errors that people, some Muslims fall into is eating while he's lying down, or actually doing like this, The correct way that you sit in this way and eat. Don't eat while, because maybe this causes you a problem. Also, one of the errors that many Muslims fall, that forcing the sick and the ill to eat, because most of the people who do this, because they care for this loved one, the one who is sick, they want him to eat, they want him to drink, because they think this will give him energy, will heal him. But Rasulullah said, don't force your ill people because Allah is feeding them. Allah is feeding them. If they eat by themselves, fine, but don't force them, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is feeding them. Also, drinking while you're standing. Most of the scholars, they said, don't drink while you're standing. It's better you sit, and also don't forget to say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim before you drink. You should sit and drink the water while you're sitting, and it's better to divide it, drinking or in 3 times. If you are holding a glass, if you're holding a glass of water or any pot, don't swallow or take the water in one go, in one time. It's the sunnah that you just drink water a little bit and then leave it and take it second time and then the third time. Make it 3 times instead of one go. Also, you should not blow. You should not breathe in the pot or in the glass. See, this is to show you how Islam is very clean, and he wants us to be clean, even drinking. When you drink, you should not breathe in the glass. Why? Maybe somebody else come and use this glass or this pot after you. You should not breathe in the. This is also one of the major error people fall into. We're not supposed also to use the utensils of the people of the book, because some people of the book, Christian or Jews, they may use silver, they may use gold utensils, and we're not supposed to use them, because we Muslim not to use gold as utensil like a cooking pot or spoon, we are not supposed to use them, and but if there is nothing, if we could not find anything except this, then we have to wash it and then we use it. And also, we are not supposed as Muslim to sit. Some of the Muslim, they just to be nice to other people, he will give credit to other on account of his religion. In other words, you will find some Muslim sit on a table while the alcohol is there. And you as a Muslim, you should not sit on a table while alcohol is served, while the alcohol is served. You're not supposed to sit with people drinking alcohol on a table. In other words, don't be hypocrite. Don't be hypocrite. Just be a brave and tell them, I'm sorry, I'm not going to sit in your table because you are serving alcohol. You can sit. Don't be hypocrite and just do something on the count. This is one of the major errors many, unfortunately, Muslims fall into. They will put their relation and their friendship to those people on the account of the religion. And now also we will cover some of the etiquette of traveling. one of the etiquette also of traveling, one of the also errors many Muslims follow when he travels alone. In Islam, you should not travel alone, because Rasulullah ﷺ said the single traveler is shaitan, and two travelers are shaitanan too, but the three are group. Why? Because usually when you are traveling three people, you will not find all three agree on thing. You will find one of them is different from maybe you find two are decided one thing. They will have the same decision, they have the same desire, but not the third. Usually the third is different. So maybe, and why? Because if something happened between these two, this number three, he may solve the problem between them. Now, also for the one of the things also that we should actually one of the major things, is when you knock the door. Some people, when they knock the door, and instead of saying his name, he said, "I am so and so." He said, "It's me, Ana, it's me." This is actually one of the major errors. People, you should say your name. Don't say, if some people said, "Who's this? Who's knocking the door?" Don't say me, because they don't know who you are. You should say, "I am so and so." Mention your name, and don't stand at the front of the door. No, just say to the left of the door or to the right of the door, because maybe a woman will open the door, and then you will surprise her by looking at her. So you better, all the etiquette of knocking the door in Islam, you should stay away from the door. Say to the left and a little bit away from the door, or to the right, in the right of the door or the left of the door. Never stand in front of the door, because maybe a woman will open the door. Brothers and sisters, we can conclude this episode. Looking forward to see you again, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
للذين أحسنوا الحسنى وزيادة ولا يرهق وجوههم قتر ولا ذلة أولئك أصحاب الجنة هم فيها